And may I please request the next session chairperson, Dr. Preetha Reddy, Managing Director, Apollo Hospitals, to kindly take over and conduct the next session. The next two speakers will be Dr. Ramaswamy again. Sir, can I request you to please sit down? Dr. Ramaswamy, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. And we have a very eminent officer from Microsoft who will be introduced. Dr. Preetha Reddy, please.
Let us all welcome Dr. Preetha Reddy with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Technology scares me. Namaste. You have a really distinguished two speakers who are going to be participating in this session. Dr. Ramaswamy is a friend of technology, actually, and he's been the director of our Department of, he's a secretary to the Government Department of Science and Technology. But before that, he was the director of the Central Health Research Institute in Chennai, Leather Institute also, I think. So, he's been really transforming the way things are done in this part of the world. And I think a lot of ideas of his have actually been implemented, I know, in the state of Tamil Nadu, and I'm sure in the rest of the country too. Mr. Mohammed Saleh is the Health Market Development Director for Microsoft. And more than anything else, we all know that, Microsoft really sets people thinking and is a trendsetter in many ways than one. And we're really honored by your presence also, Mr. Mohammed. And I'm sure the session ahead with both of you will be extremely exciting and interesting. I was actually telling Dr. Ramaswamy a minute ago, and I said, sometimes technology kind of scares me. And then he came back and he said, if you can control it, then it shouldn't scare you. And that, I think, is very relevant for healthcare. Because healthcare, when we started out even talking about it, was very prescriptive. The doctors, the clinicians just prescribed what they thought it was right. Of course, it was based on a lot of facts which they saw. And then the patients who went to them actually, just listened to what they had to say. And then it moved to being participative. People had knowledge, they acquired wisdom, knowledge using ICT. There was a lot of information available. So it became participative, and they started questioning the doctor's directive, the doctor's judgment. So what happened is that the clinician actually had to become even more knowledgeable. And that is where I think ICT played a phenomenal role in really complementing the kind of work that the clinicians and the healthcare providers did. But I think the future is going to change, and healthcare is actually going to become more predictive. And it's the responsibility of industry leaders, it's the responsibility of governments, it's the responsibility of teaching institutions, research institutions, and definitely innovators to really see how can we use ICT to make healthcare more predictive. I say predictive because unless we can predict the onset of disease, unless we can predict the onset of an epidemic, unless we can use what we know about the way a gene might mutate, we may not be doing the right thing for mankind. So I think today, using ICT, all of us have to become innovators and understand how we can really use it to become more predictive. There's a favorite analogy of mine. Human beings are very lucky and very happy when they have a 2020 vision. Then they think of themselves as perfect, they think of themselves as visionaries. Sometimes we forget that the eagle actually has a 20/6 vision. And where we are monocular in terms of vision, they're binocular. An eagle can actually zoom many, many meters ahead and actually focus on what it wants to see. Sometimes we end up with a lot of clutter and we really don't know what we want to see. And I think ICT transforms the way we think, will make that little bit of visionary in all of us really be able to focus on what we have to deliver. We as healthcare providers, as I'm always telling everyone, have a huge responsibility. We really have to deliver things which are way ahead. We have to deliver something which is available in the future today. And I think using ICT to really transform the way we do things in healthcare institutions is what the next today, yesterday, and the tomorrows are going to be all about. There are about 78 million personal computers in our country and 12 million broadband connections, 750 million mobile phone connections in India. India is on the brink of an ICT revolution. Again, for banking and Indian automobile industry, 7 to 8% of its revenue is allocated to ICT, while for healthcare it's only 2%. And we understand that the responsibility of saving lives is so much more. So maybe we need to change that kind of percentage. There are many societies like the Telemedicine Society of India, Indian Society for Health Informatics, etc., which have come into being. But I think interacting with their counterparts globally, interacting with the kind of people who are here today is going to really make a huge difference. We know that 10 years ago, there was no department of information technology in any hospital. Today, it's a vital core of our existence. So I think things have transformed, and a lot of things will be happening in the future. For those of us who don't understand the potential of IT, who like me are maybe sometimes frightened by IT, we're probably making a big mistake. And I think today is all about transforming our mindset to take us into the future. So thank you all for being there, and I'm going to hand over the sessions to the wonderful speakers we have. Dr. Ramswamy, could you take on now, please? Oh, Ms. Mohammed, you come next. Okay, come, please.
Thanks very much. So, Microsoft, this is the dream. This is what we're after. So, from Microsoft, we are no more a desktop company. We are an industry. We are a healthcare company. This is the vision. This is the dream for every one of us. And Microsoft, I'm coming from the industry team, the health industry team was in a Microsoft. So completely we differentiate between product, technology, and solution, and innovation. Product, it will not help you. Technology, separately, it will not help you. Solution, and understand your pain. This is what Microsoft after. So we after understanding your pain, understanding your challenge, and we have a best practice. So the video you see, it's not far away. And these slides, I'm just mentioning remote monitoring, virtual visits, hospital rounding, medication management. This is solutions. And the technology behind it is already there. It already exists on our market right now. But how we take the technology, how we take the product, how we take the application to the level of the solution. This is our mandates in Microsoft. So I need also to highlight that locating equipment, inpatient visits, and virtual consultation and retail clinic sources. This product, these technologies already exist. I will give an example now. Locating equipment, it's FRID. It's already exists in the market right now. But how we take that technology and product level to a solution level by understanding your challenge and your pain and the market best practice. Let me start. I'm Mohammed Salah from Microsoft. I'm the leading of the industry development, market development director for Microsoft, focusing on developing countries, emerging markets. How we can get the products and the technology and our innovation in Microsoft to the solution level on the industry of the health industry. No more transformation, I'm saying revolution. Every one of us is looking for a revolution in his end, in his hospitals, clinics. And Microsoft, and we have today and tomorrow, we have a team of 6 people focus from Microsoft and the healthcare, and we are with you. Please connect with us today and tomorrow, and we need to understand your pain, and definitely we'll find you a solution, how we can take your revolution and get the first stage. And because I'm Egyptian, so we did our revolution. So revolution means impacting. Thanks very much. So we are impacting everyone. It's not doctor, it's not patient, it's not hospitals, it's not clinic. Impacting everything on your organization, on your level. And definitely, revolution, it's a mandate right now. And we understand the maturity level of the revolutions. It's starting from digitization, and after that, modernization, after that, transformation. We need to drive with you a significant force. I will give you an example about that revolutions on getting the better outcomes and lower cost. This is our mandates. Why you need to get solution, healthcare solution in place. Enable information technology, improve health in how you are working right now and live. This is very essential. We are committed to reduce cost and increasing access. Sometimes I have in hospitals and I have a good quality with less access because I don't have money to pay that hospitals. We need to build a quality matrix between the services and payment incentive. Also, we need to get to the level of research and try to evaluate our outcomes. Technology connect peoples. It's around like IBM team. He mentioned that connecting around patient-centric focus, giving him services, and definitely information and knowledge. It's your power for patient, power for doctor, power for organization and government. And this is the stakeholder. This is the main stakeholders on any of a health industry entity. Connecting providers, researchers, buyers, and partners and governments to help and give a service for individuals. So in Microsoft, we understand exactly from the industry perspective what individual needs. From our engagement with many customers on the globe, especially in the developing countries and emerging markets. So we understand what they need. So we need to achieve exactly what they need. From the providers, so more information, decision to improve health and quality, growing business. Microsoft now, we need to sit down with you. We are not enabler. We are working with you to grow your business. This is the key message I need to deliver it. We pass the step or the stage of ICT, it's a healthcare enabler, or enable. No, we are engaging with you as a business partner. We need to increase your growth. We need to reduce your cost. We need to improve your quality. And this is the researchers, buyers, partners. Definitely, we need to align with government's regulations and better citizen health and lower costs. So please, try to connect with us today and tomorrow with Microsoft. We need to make a progress. We need to start your revolutions. How we can do that? It's very simple. I'm trying here to make realistic, like very simple. It is what? Connecting information. You have current information right now. Maybe it's on a paper, maybe it's a computer, maybe it's a different systems. So we need to connect this information together. After that, the second stage, it is advancing collaboration and supporting decisions and make improvements. Why Microsoft? We leader on the innovation. We are a technology company. We are an industry company. We are a product company. So we have this together. We are a business partner for you to start discussion how we can improve your business. Committed to openness and standards, and definitely under huge security, high security level. And we have high level ecosystem from our partners. In India, we have almost 1,200 partners working with Microsoft and community engagement. This is, tomorrow we have another session. We'll go in details about the solutions we have, improving organization efficiency, modernization health information, improving health and wellness, definitely how we can maximize your ICT infrastructure investments, and definitely data security and private. Now I will give you just 2 minutes. How we can start? This is a real case study from South Africa.
In the Western Cape of South Africa, the Provincial Department of Health serves over 2 million patients. Many of the 90 community healthcare centers see over 1,000 patient visits each day.
Primary healthcare facilities is really overloaded, and we have a major pressure on our facilities. So we identified the need, first of all, to look at our patients and the registration of patients. And secondly, it was very important to get access to files, also to track medication and the monitoring of that. And very important, cut on the waiting times for our patients.
Patients could wait up to 7 hours to go through all the processes, that is to get their folder drawn, to get to see the doctor and then again to get their medication from the pharmacy. Patients would arrive at the clinic at 3 or 4 a.m. in order to get at the front of the queue.
Before I was waking up 5:30, jumping to 6. I went to the waiting room. Maybe I'll go home about 3 o'clock or 3:30, something before.
That was really a nightmare because me and my wife, we have to get up at 4 in the morning and try and be there at 5:30. And if we get there, there's already 10 people standing outside. So you imagine when you have to see a doctor at 9:30, it's a long wait. Yeah.
The Department of Health developed a patient registration system using Microsoft technology.
The system was actually written in VB.NET. We didn't really consider using open source technology because you didn't want to take the risk of something that hadn't been tried and tested. Added to that, we didn't have access to the skilled personnel that could actually develop in these open source languages. Whereas the Microsoft technology meant that we'd have a better chance finding people who had been exposed to the technologies before.
The rollout of a centralized patient registration system is helping to streamline the workflow with astonishing results.
You would go with your card, with the barcode, and they'd be able to see what your patient number is, look you up on the system, and then fetch that file so the patient gets processed a lot faster.
I wasn't even ready to sit there and they called out my name. I thought, oh, what's going on here? Then they sent me to the doctor, and then from doctor down to the tablets. And not even 5 minutes, my tablets came out, and I was so I said, no, I don't believe this,
Today, in these days, you just spend 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And the staff there, they care.
It's been taken on by the staff at the clinics with such enthusiasm, and it's made a major difference to the lives of the patients who are visiting those clinics.
Software is changing the lives of people around the world, and in turn, making a difference in the lives of others.
By that, thanks very much. And this is a start for us. And if I need to complete my presentations, Microsoft, it's a health industry company, a technology company, and product company, and innovation company. We are, and we have almost a Microsoft team. Can you stand up, Microsoft team? So please connect with us. This is Microsoft team. They will help you today and tomorrow to discuss any of the European and challenge how we can start your revolutions. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. I think you're true revolutionaries, that you have peacefully transformed the way things are being done. And I think you have peacefully touched people's lives, and that's what's really making a difference is all about. Mr. Ramaswamy will take a few minutes since we are running short of time, but I think his inputs and his comments are extremely valuable, and we probably will have time after that for just one question. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chairperson, and my friends. I know we are short of time, so I offered that I will not make the presentation and take the questions, but the Chairperson would insist that I spoke. I'd like to share with you the healthcare R&D, not limited to IT, but the whole gamut of healthcare R&D as a national perspective. When you look at healthcare R&D, I have said human healthcare, because there are other things as well. And I specifically said, yeah, national perspective, because there can be alternative perspectives as well. So what I'm going to talk to you about is a perspective that majority of us in the government believe it's very essential, because it has to be a reference to the national context in which we are placed today. We have the challenge of balancing between global standards of compliance to quality and affordability with accessibility for a widely differing purchase power economy. Therefore, the R&D system that we have today should address both quality and affordability with, of course, accessibility included. I will skip all this in the course of time. I would say in the good news, most best global practices reach India in almost real time. and is seen as a destination for medical tourism today. It's a major source of manufacturing bulk drugs and vaccines with a 43% of the global share. Pharma industry is investing into R&D after a long time and is focused on global competitiveness. And of course, Indian strength and affordable innovation is widely acknowledged. The not so good news is very little R&D in medical sciences and technology area when the total number of people who do clinical research for a PhD is less than 250. The R&D that we are discussing today, which as we're looking at the trends, we should include both the global competitiveness and the national health care for inclusiveness of the whole provision system. I'll skip these. And of course, in terms of research priorities, bridging technology with medical sciences in a single window. That's a challenge because engineering and medical care system, medical research education were not integrated in the past. And how do we ensure the quality healthcare system is affordable to many? And I think preparing to address the large burden of lifestyle diseases as well is an issue that this country has. There are several departments which I will skip all of them. And we have one major initiative in this country of open source drug discovery program, which the CSIR has mounted. And we have had a number of other translational and research area, which I'll for the moment skip all those processes and go directly into perhaps this one slide and then finish this process. About 6-7 months ago, we held a brainstorming with about 200 medical practitioners and All India Institute of Medical Sciences, bringing government, industry and researchers into one platform. And it was suggested that we need to have a structured perform biomedical research as a career path. And we need to really increase the infrastructure for medical research and set up a innovation infrastructure for biomedical area, complete with, of course, technology business incubators and technology service infrastructure, which includes IT platform as well. We are in the process of designing a special program to attract talented youth to study medical research, prepare them for medical researchers, complete the career path. Look at an interagency platform with 10 to 12 institutions based on transparent criteria to look at enabling the medical research in this group and mount a national mission on biomedical research and focus on leadership for best global models. And I believe that within the year or so, this particular mission will be designed and developed and delivered. And I would say that on the whole, the national perspective, there are several players in the field, but working independent of each other, seek perhaps affordable innovation through R&D. What we are now looking at is an effort to build synergies and build a symbiosis in consulting the efforts of this Government of India and set up a broader consortia which will well be needed not only in funding but also in the manner and the way of working. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Ramaswamy. I wish we did have time for more, but I think the amount of innovation and cost-effective solutions which are happening in our country are really going to take India to a leadership position thanks to people like all of you. I'm not sure if we have time for questions. I'm so sorry, but we don't. But both the speakers are available, and they have an enormous fund of content and knowledge. So please feel free to send them your queries and maybe interact with them a little later. Thank you all so much for being here, and I hope you found the session extremely useful.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd request the chairperson, Dr. Preetha Reddy, to give away the mementos to our speakers, Dr. T. Ramaswamy and Mohammed Saleh. Can we please have the mementos? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause. May I please request Professor K. Ganapati to hand over the memento to our chairperson, Dr. Preetha Reddy.